What's a day in jail look like? You want to be Superman and get your dumb ass locked up, man? I'm going to tell you what's waiting for you. Bunch of dudes stuck up in a pod, man, and you're going to be eating state-issue food, and maybe you got money to get some ramen noodles, maybe you got a pickle or two. You wake up around 5 a.m., you want to get breakfast. You head down, you get your tray, maybe some grits and some oatmeal.
All right, guys, this is old school. I'm doing one on Thanksgiving Day for you. I just want to wish everybody out there a blessed Thanksgiving and hope you enjoy your day and don't get too overstuffed. But I was, as I do my usual thing, I was thumbing through all the media sites here and I came across one about you youngsters out there that you might wind up going to jail for the first time or not realizing what life is going to be all about. So when you get arrested and you go to jail, these are some of the things that you need to look out for. This is going to part one. It's going to be, well, at least this is the first part of 3 different series. First one, I'm planning on talking about it, which is this one is about jail and things you have to deal with. Second one is the difference between jail and state jail. And the third one is the difference between the first 2 and also federal prison. All 3 of them are a little bit different, and you're definitely going to find out exactly what all of that's going to be about. So, excuse me one second. But what I had to do is I thumbed through really about hundreds of videos on this topic. And because I have a 42-year history in law enforcement, in which my last 10 years was working at the jail here where I live, these guys that are talking about these topics in these clips, they hit the nail right on the point. That's why I chose those. And jail is not a place that you want to be. Caution, on the last clip of this video is somewhat kind of gross, but we talk about the staph infections that you will possibly get if you're in jail for a period of time. The staph infection and a little small spider called the recluse, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, spider that gets up underneath your skin and he kind of makes his home there and lays his eggs, and the last clip will show you the results of that. Now, these spiders are found everywhere, but they're more prevalent in a lot of our jails throughout the country because they're older jails and the cleanliness isn't exactly up to par. So I'm not doing this to freak you out or to scare you. Well, yes, I am really. Try to keep you, almost said something. Try to keep you out of jail. Because as I said, that's one place you do not want to go. Along with all the people that have a few mental conditions. You're going to see a couple of clips on that. But I'm not going to talk you to death. I want you to see this for yourself. And as I said before, if you like my videos and you want me to keep them going, just please hit that subscribe button. That's my Alexa there talking to me. Please hit that subscribe button there and please comment because I love talking, getting back with you guys on a lot of the things that we're talking about. But with all that being said, let's get to it. Oh, and you guys have a blessed day. All right. And I will be commenting throughout this, so don't just bear with me because I want you to see this for what it exactly is, and it's scary.
Getting locked up and having withdrawals, one of the biggest wake-up calls someone can have. You're going to get booked and processed, and once they realize that you're on detox, you're going to be sent down to medical. You're going to be housed in a cell where you're not going to be able to leave unless you get to shower, and in this cell, you're basically just going to have a mat, a little hygiene kit, and some toilet paper, a toilet with a sink. Next to
Well, I have to stop them right there because usually, if you're detoxing, normally 9 times out of 10 or 10 out of 10 here where I live, you're going to go into a rubber room. You're going to have a smock on, which is just a one piece deal that's Velcroed. And you're going to have a hole in the center of the floor that you can do your bodily functions with as you're detoxing. That's what the setup is here. And I realize throughout the country, the setup is going to be a little bit different. But he's on point so far, except for that little tidbit.
Is usually going to be another inmate that's detoxing, sick, puking, pooping, all that stuff, and you got to stay in that cell the whole time with that person. Your food's going to come through the tray slot, and an actual phone on wheels is actually going to be rolled to you where you'll have your hand out with the phone through the slot and to actually make calls. You're going to be put on a detox plan, but these pills don't really help you, man. They just help you survive. They ain't really make you feel better. Shivering in that cell with the tiny blade.
Another thing you must be aware of is that the smell, especially in the clinic holdover tanks and throughout the entire jail, is acquired smell. It's something you never smelt before. And imagine looking through cells and seeing inmates that smear feces all over the windows and the walls and themselves. And unfortunately, the trustees are the ones, after we take the person out, who's normally mental, they have to go in there and clean all of that up. And it's not a pretty sight. So, for all you young kids out there who think you know everything and think that you're going to beat the system, once you get behind those bars, quote old school, Will, on this one, you're not going to win. So you can get that out of your head right off the bat. You will not win. Period.
Get a boat, a mat, some hygiene. Don't go.
Number one, you find out that all your so-called friends ain't really your friends, bro, and they don't give a fuck about you, bro. They don't write you. They don't answer your phone call, put money on the phone. They don't give a fuck. They don't even ask people about you, bro. They don't even ask your baby mama if they need some money for their baby or nothing, G. Number two, you get stripped of your privacy from showers and restrooms, bro. For the next 5, 10, whatever, how much time, years you get, you ain't gonna be taking a shit nor a shower by yourself. Number three, your favorite fast food ain't In-N-Out, Burger King, none of that. It's gonna be the peanut butter and jelly big sandwich and the big chicken sandwich. Number four,
He's not telling the truth on the big chicken sandwich because some of the stuff I saw while I was in there that they fed the inmates is I wouldn't feed it to my pet. It's just that bad. I think the best thing that I've seen since I was in there was a hot dog with bread and the cookies on the side. Other than all that other stuff that's in there, you can forget about that. And let me give you another piece of wisdom here. You have yelling and screaming from the time that you get there till the time that you get out of jail. And it's just 24/7. Inmates beating on the doors, inmates beating on the walls, inmates yelling, screaming, inmates fighting, all the above. It's not like the stuff, well, some of it's not like the stuff you see on TV. Reality is, it is a very nasty environment. This is just to give you kids and you young adults and all of you something to think about. All your rights and privileges, that was left at the front door before you even went inside the jail. Think about that one. And I sure hope that you can fight. Because when you're talking the general population with anywhere from 40 to 60 other inmates, and you're the smallest kid on the block, just imagine what's going to happen. This is reality, folks. Every day, 24/7, this actually happens.
which is positive if you ask me, because you stay away from all the drugs, alcohol that was decreasing your health, and you're going to work out, you know what I'm saying? Plus, you're going to stay away from all the skunkas that take away your money and give you STDs and bring them back home, player. Number five, which is probably one of the most important ones, bro. You learn respect. You learn how to live by yourself, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got your mom, your partner holding your hand and none of that. And most of all, bro, you learn to stop doing la bolsita, way, porque you keep going to jail, perro.
What's a day in jail look like? You want to be stupid, man, and get your dumb ass locked up, man? I'm gonna tell you what's waiting for you. Bunch of dudes stuck up in a pod, man, and you're gonna be eating state issue food, and maybe you got money to get some ramen noodles, maybe you got a pickle or two. You wake up around 5 a.m., you want to get breakfast. You head down, you get your tray, maybe some grits and some oatmeal. I remember this place, we didn't even have headphones, couldn't listen to music, and a big box TV was all the way at the top that you could barely hear. And it was playing on ESPN, so if you didn't like sports, you were screwed. You can sit around in this pod being locked down pretty much, playing cards. That's about it. The mental game is the worst, so you're going to be sitting around trying to think what you can do. Maybe doing some push ups, maybe doing something, bored out of your mind. You're going to get a shitty ass sack lunch, man, with a roll, old bologna, and that's your lunch.
Now imagine you're fortunate enough to have people on the outside that care enough about you to put money on what we call on your books to buy commissary, your ramen noodles and all the other things this guy has mentioned. And you're in a tank with 40 or 50 other people, and your items are not secure. If you think theft does not occur inside the pods, inside the jail, you're sadly mistaken. So it's a lose-lose situation for those that get commissary, because I can promise you, you're not going to be watching your container 24/7, because you may be called down to the clinic, or you may be called to courts, and your products are left, your items are left back there in the cell by themselves, unsecure. When you come back, you'll be lucky if you have the tub that they came in or are supposed to be stored in. Yep, this is reality, folks. So think about it before you decide to go out there and do the crime, because when you do the time, it's going to be a very hard time to do.
You're going to go in, lockdown time when they have count. This was around 11 to 4. So you're going to sit in your room, maybe walk, pacing back and forth, try to do some push ups and read. You're going to come out at 5. That's when your dinner is there, coming on a tray, maybe some beans and rice. And that's actually going to be your best meal. From 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., no food. So you better hope your people look down and put money on your books. You have lockdown at 10, that's about it. You're going to walk around, maybe do workout, and then maybe you can kind of make out what's going on the TV and play some cards. That's it. That's all your day consists of. And then you go to lockdown at 10 p.m. and you go to sleep. And you better hope Bubba ain't in that cell with you, man, because that lockdown time, man, the COs are just trying to get their rounds done. So
Now, count is usually 3 times a day. 3 times. Now imagine all those doors slamming. You're called out morning, noon, and nighttime to make sure we got the right amount of people that are supposed to be in that cell. So as far as you think you're going to get 8-hour nap time, it ain't going to happen. You'll be lucky if you get 30 minutes nap time without any kind of interference. But as I said, with the doors slamming, the yelling, the screaming, the fights, and all of that, good luck.
happens to you, who knows if they're going to get to you.
Yeah. That's it. What's up, bro? You really got $30. I got you, can't say. You say who? I got you, can't say. You sure? Yeah. For real. Sure? For real, bro. Don't make me have to do this to you, bro. Start, baby. No.
This is what happens when you accept something from another inmate inside the jail. This guy here, evidently with the long dreads, owed this other guy. He hadn't paid him. This other guy's fortunate enough to have I guess it's a double man cell. So he invited him into the cell. Guards are not there 24/7 to watch you. Matter of fact, they're the shortage of jail guards, or what we call white shirts, that's supposed to protect you inside those tanks. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. This guy could have gotten all the stuff knocked out of him while he was in there. He could have walked out of that cell with black eyes, blue eyes. Anything could have happened. And as far as the other activities that men aren't supposed to do to men, it happens in the jails quite regularly. And like I said, you don't have enough people, you don't have enough detention officers there to watch everything that goes on. So like I said before, I hope you can fight. I really do, because you're going to definitely need it.
Give us a taste of what can happen. I see you ready far off. I'm gonna get your ass when you come to the door. Can't think they don't get me. Yeah. Hey, I got you, all. Hey, I'm gonna let you make it because I fuck with you. World Star!
There's 3 levels of prisons, and when doing adults, there's a county jail. If you get arrested right now for stealing a car, you're going to the county jail. If you get arrested for murdering somebody, you're going to the county jail. If you get arrested for breaking in the house, you're going to the county jail. During your time in the county jail might be anywhere from 1 day to 2 years. You're going to wait trial. At the end of that trial, they might give you 20 years. You won't do that in the county jail. You go to state penitentiary. So there's a county jail where the homeless people go and they commit minor offenses. They'll go there for 1 week, 2 weeks, they bail out, or they get kicked out. But once you get convicted of a serious offense, you go to state prison anywhere from 1 day to life. Then there's the federal prison system, which is a little bit more complicated to get into. But
Oakland has county, state,
federal,
and state. You can spend from
1 day to life.
1 day to life.
If you murder somebody, there's a good chance you're going to die in jail.
Well, this one I had to cut the sound due to copyright infringements, but this is what it looks like when these guys, when a few of them get to a commissary. See all the bags on the floor? That's commissary, and guess what? They're going to have to divide it amongst all of them, whether they paid for it or not. Remember the other clip where he was invited to that cell and he could have gotten laid out big time? Well, this is what it looks like. And this one, this is not a skit. This is an individual that's high on drugs. And you will be surrounded with individuals like this. You don't know what you're going to get inside that tank, folks. Guy could lose it and just go off on everybody. You never know. But yeah, what's that old saying? Be afraid, be very, very afraid. Yeah, true.
Ask me, what do I eat up in here? I eat noodles 9 times out of 10. I'm not eating that jail food. How did I get the food cooker? My mom ordered it from the correctional facility website. We are humans. Just because I'm in jail, I am not an animal.
In other words, that's what we called, in my time, we called it a hot pot. And evidently her mom got it through commissary, and I think you can still do that. And with the Roman noodles, that's what they use. They boil their water, they do their cooking or whatever they can do that. But another thing to think about, those things are, I don't know if they've downsized or whatever, but they used to be extremely dangerous because boiling water inside of a tank and you get mad at somebody, it's not going to be a good outcome. I'll let your imagination run free on that one. Think about it.
Eat snacks. I can eat noodles. I got the beef flavor, shrimp flavor. Come on now. I'm reading these comments. Y'all treat me like I'm some type of animal. Y'all out y'all mind. I'm really about to delete my account.
Can't make this shit on.
This is what detox look like, folks. And I got a question. And I know some of you probably already thought about it yourselves. There seem to be a lot of cell phones inside this particular jail or these jails where someone's videoing this. And last time I checked, you can't have cell phones within the jail, especially the inmates. So maybe in the comment section, one of you guys that are still out there working might kind of tell me, has the policy changed or what is going on here? There's a lot of cell phones here.
I'm the only one standing! Yeah! Mr. Last Man Standing, huh? Mr. Last Man Standing, huh? Mr. Last Man Standing, huh? Woo! We got him bad, too. Last Man Standing, huh? Okay.
And I know I'm interrupting a lot, but I'm just trying to give you the full gist of a lot of this. But as far as the cell phones, imagine if the cell phones can get in that easy, imagine the drug situation on the individuals you just saw. Those guys were kind of They were lit to the max, which means how did the drugs get in the tank? How did the drugs get inside the jail? Now, reality, a lot of times it's imported by individuals, and I'm not going to say it happens, by individuals that work there for compensation from the outside outside individuals who know these people that are inside the jail. But it happens. Just want to make you aware of that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this and say no, they don't do that. Nah, you're wrong. They do. Last time commenting, these are spider bites, and I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of these inside the jail when I was there. These little brown recluse spider bites, the spider bites you in the middle of the night or whenever. They get on your skin and they get in underneath your skin. And guess what? They make house there. They set up camp there. And they lay their eggs there and they start eating you somewhat from the inside out. And what you're seeing in the next video, or maybe this video, where the lady said that they leave a black mark. That black mark is where, from what I've seen and from the nurses and people I knew back when I was working there, that black mark is where the skin is underneath your skin. All of that is dying. And next thing you know, once they push all the liquids and everything out of that hole where that spider is, there's nothing but a cavity that's left there. This is from a person who worked there. I'm not sugarcoating this. And you're left with a hole. And I guarantee you it's going to probably be extremely painful as well. But try to stay out of jail because you do not want to undergo this. And as I stated, there's a caution on the last video, which is about 2 videos ago. If you want to watch that, watch it. If you don't want to watch that last video and you'll see how it starts off, turn it off.
Alright, everybody, here's the update on Tim's spider bite. Hey guys, I'm getting a lot of comments that this is MRSA or staph or not a spider bite at all when we have seen a doctor, guys. And I printed this off right here or for you guys to read. Brown recluse spider bites will turn black in the center, the blister, and everything that he has as diagnosed by the doctor is right here. So it is not MRSA, it is not staph. It is, in fact, a brown recluse bite. The bite of a brown recluse spider leads to a mild stinging, followed by local redness and severe pain that usually develops within 8 hours, but may occur later. Some reports of brown recluse bites describe a blue or purple area around the bite, surrounded by a whitish ring and a large red outer ring in a bullseye pattern. A fluid-filled blister forms at the site and then sloughs off to reveal a deep ulcer that may turn black. So, there again, that's why it does have the black dots there, guys. So, it is, in fact, a spider bite. No MRSA, no staph.